Sentient dancer's legs! Aloha everybody and welcome to the final part of Mystical Ninja starring Goemon. We've made it, ladies and gentlemen. We're at the Peach Mountain Shoguns' last stand, their theater castle. And right off the bat, there's a painting of Spring Breeze Dancin. And you can actually jump into it and come out the other side. On the other side is a bit of money as well as a golden fortune cat. Booyah! There's also a glass wall that prevents us from going any further, but if we were on the other side of that wall, we would be able to see the golden cat as well as the painting, thus giving players the hint that maybe they should try jumping into the painting or whacking it or something in order to get this cat. So, yeah, not bad, not bad. But here we are, folks, the final stage, and oh my god, the theme song here is incredible. Like, again, when I think about, like, every single video game I've ever played, this final track pumps you up for a final showdown. This is it. This is the end of all things. I just love this track so much. Oh my god, the soundtrack is incredible. I'll never stop gushing because I love this game. But either way, we gotta hit this switch here, which will bring out this platform so we can actually go out the doorway. And this jump is so tight and so big, I think you absolutely have to use Sasuke's, like, jetpack, because otherwise it's kind of impossible, it seems to me. So I'm gonna use the jetpack, booyah, and that's how you do that. Here we got a room filled with lava. Now, because I have so many hearts, I could technically brute force my way through this and just, like, take the contact damage. I just have to get across, and there's a whole bunch of flamethrowers that are, like, piping up when you try walking along the blue bricks. So you need to use your Super Saiyan form in order to push the metal boxes on top of those flamethrowers so that they don't burn you. You can try jumping around it, but you'll inevitably get clipped by the fire or fall in the lava, so you don't want to do that. But it's a little tricky, because, like, I don't often pull things in this game. So it's like, I go in and grab it, and I think I'm pushing it, but I'm not pushing it. I have to pull the punch button, the swing button, the attack button, and I have to walk backwards. But with the camera angles, walking backwards might not be what I think it is in relation to my control stick, and sometimes I have trouble pulling these things out, you know. I don't need to do this, but I'm just showing you. If you're doing a low heart run, no fortune cat run, this is how they're supposed to do it. And I keep falling into the lava anyway. God damn it. God damn it! How could I be the Great Clement if I keep taking so much contact damage? Oh, come on, I made that jump. Bullshit game, bullshit. I like these mechanical dollies in this hallway because they actually, like, fly around. So it's like, if you don't destroy them, they'll actually... The steam's coming from under their skirts, so I make of that imagery what you will. Make of that imagery what you will, but they got bad gas, you know, they got bad gas. The mechanical dollies have bad gas. Blame the wise old man, he built them. That's what he said in the last part. And it kind of fits, you know. They do remind me of the half-mechanical ninjas that we saw in Stage 5 of the Super Nintendo game, so I actually like that the wise old man built these. They are familiar. They are familiar. Who else would have built mechanical beings like this, huh? Who else would have done it? Either way, I got myself the diamond key, and that's all I need in order to get to the final boss. You have to go down the left pathway first, because the right pathway just leads to a dead end. We're actually coming up to the right pathway right now. Here we got a slide segment. Whee! Ow. I've never gotten every single piece of Rio, but why? I don't need it, you know? Not even for the final boss do I need it. There's no shop up ahead, you know? We have, like, restaurants and stuff behind where this base started, behind this castle. But we were just there, and I don't need to get golden armor now. I'm still gonna whack everything anyway, because why not? I like that the dancers have like a bunny tail, so I guess they're trying to be like bunny dancers, but we can't see their top half, so I don't know. I like bunny women, you know? Not enough to say I have a fetish, but I like bunny women, you know? They're neat. I think they're neat. Anyway, folks, going down this hallway leads us to the final fortune cats. Again, there are 5 in this whole entire dungeon. We picked up 3 in the last part. The golden cat was in the painting, and this is the final one. I now have 20 hearts. I have collected every single fortune cat in the game, and this actually unlocks a bonus at the end, which I will talk about when we get to that. But anywho, through this hallway is the final boss. We just have to go through a cylinder tube area, and then that's it. It's time to take on Kitty, Lily, and Spring Dancin. Aw, yeah. I like this room, though. It actually reminds me of another Konami game. It reminds me of Super Castlevania 4, because there's a part in, like, the 4th level. It's the level with, like, the giant rock golem boss, where you're in this, like, rotating tube, and then just using lots of Mode 7 graphics to pull that off. And, like, skeletons are pumping out of the pink blocks, pumping out of the pink asbestos. And, I don't know. This being a Konami game, I just think it's fun that, they always bring the cylinder tubes. I don't know why that's fun. I'm just saying, it's a neat observation I've made about Konami games. And yeah, folks, here we are, the main hall, the final boss. This is it. We're gonna end the game once and for all. We're gonna take on Spring Breeze Dancin and Kitty Lily, and it's gonna be sweet. Welcome! Welcome to our stage, Lala! Fernandez! I'm not Fernandez! Behave yourself. This will be your last stop anyway. What do you mean? Today is the day you get to experience our secret powers! What's this extra confidence I sense? I don't know what secret powers they say they have, but they can't defeat us. Yes, you're right. I don't see any way that they can beat us. Don't be so sure of yourselves. All we have to do is join our 2 forces together, Lala. And it will be history for you guys! Starting right now, we will make you our die-hard fans! Yes, die-hard fans! What? Listen, Lala, to this song, Lala. Observe, Lala, the dance, Lala. Of the Peach Mountain Shoguns, Lala. That was amazing. Whew, what was that? I can't believe it. I don't know, but I think I'm becoming a die-hard fan of Dancin and Lily. Come on, open your eyes. Hey, where did Dancin and the guys go? What the? T-minus 120 seconds. Swine! They reactivated the time bomb and ran! T-minus 100 seconds. I'm not letting them escape! So yeah, folks, it's time to end this in the best way we know how, with Goemon Impact. Aw, yeah. I wonder how many people missed out on the entire playthrough, chose to watch the final part, and just saw 2 musical numbers and are wondering what the hell they just missed out on. Mystical Ninja starring Goemon, that's what. But yeah, folks, we're fighting the final boss with Goemon Impact. This raises a question that some people are bound to ask, like, so if Goemon Impact can go into outer space and fly in outer space, then why did we need to collect the miracle items? Why didn't we just call Goemon Impact and take on the big bads that way? Shut up, it's a video game. It's a video game, I don't know. It also means that collecting all those fortune cats was pointless because we don't actually use those 20 hearts in the final boss fight. It's a Goemon Impact fight. They have their own health bars, they have their own Rio. So, yeah, it's really just bragging rights and to unlock the bonus mode at the end. But, yeah. As always with these auto-scroller segments, you want to run into the boxes and stuff because you'll get a whole bunch of Rio. And with this next fight coming up, I definitely need Rio because this is going to be a ranged fight. We're not going to be very close to the enemy we're taking on. So collect as much cash as you can. It's going to be super, super helpful. But here we go. Belbera, we're taking on the actual UFO that we've seen since part 1. We're taking on the Peach UFO, and we're going to use our Rio to do so. You want to shoot the core, you want to shoot the center part. That's the only thing that will drain the health. But in order to make sure that core opens up a lot more, we're going to want to destroy every single piece of the UFO, including these stems, which shoot out a whole bunch of red, green, and yellow balls. And if you want more Rio, I mentioned this before in the last Impact fight, but destroying those balls with Rio is not going to get you Rio. Like, it's not going to get you more Rio. But if you punch the UFOs, if you punch the balls, if you're doing melee damage to everything that they send at you, you will get Rio back for doing so. So, it's not a lost cause. You'll never run out of Rio for this fight. You should always be able to punch things and get your money back. So, I have 240 right now. I will definitely hold on to as much Rio as I can. So you blow off the stems, you blow off the bottom, and there's a whole bunch of turrets that you want to destroy as well, all these cannons. And when all of those things are gone, the center will open up a lot more frequently, like so. And when it opens up, we can actually shoot our laser beam at it, as long as you do the right button input. Ooh! Get fucked! Again, the laser is top C, right C, down C, left C, and then the Z button. And you have to wait until your meter in the middle charges up in order to activate it. But you can miss. If you hit the Peach side of the ship and not the center, then you will absolutely waste your opportunity, and then you don't do any damage whatsoever, and you've wasted your beam energy. So, that wasn't good. That wasn't good. Gotta be very careful with your timing, very careful with your placements. Yeah. Either way, every time these Peach UFOs come up to me, I just punch, 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 because it gets me more Rio. And, you know, he swings quickly enough. Goemon Impact swings quickly enough that I don't have to worry about, like, taking any damage. It's not like they're attacking me so much that maybe I should be using my projectiles. No. I don't even have to use my guard feature, which if you push left C twice or right C twice, Goemon will put his arms up in front of his face and take a little bit of the damage, you know? But I don't need to do that. Wow, I was way off there. What was I thinking? Good lord. What a waste of energy. Good lord. Come to me, UFOs. Come to me. I'll punch your lights out. Okay. 25, 15, 10, 0. You're done. Booyah. The grand finale is about to begin. That's right, there's a second phase, Detour. And this is where we can actually start using our chain rod and start Also, important thing to note, at the very end, I'm actually mashing the A button in order to perform the kick. Because, like, after the punches, he goes... He gets, like, out of it and he, like, does his own thing. But in order to kick him away, I'm actually pushing the A button after those punches. And the A button, like, the kick will actually do 100 damage. That's a big, substantial piece of damage. So, you know, just every time you see me going ba-ba-ba-ba-ba, just keep in mind, I'm actually mashing the A button so that eventually I'll kick this guy into oblivion, kick him in his ball sack. He's a robot, I know, he's a Megazord, but I assume he's got ball sacks. Either way, you shouldn't take too much damage from the UFO by its lonesome, you know. So this one shouldn't be too bad. I would say the hardest thing about this enemy is just when he starts sending a whole bunch of asteroids at you when he's in his pinch mode. We're not at that yet, but eventually the asteroids come out and you'll have to like shoot a whole bunch of Rio at them, or you'll have to punch them as soon as they reach you, and that can do a lot of damage to you if you're not connecting with those punches, if they're all plowing into you, you know? So again, it's not happening yet, but it's coming up. It's coming up. Boom! 455 health. When he comes charging at you with his shield, you can actually punch him to get rid of the shield. And right away, you want to use the chain because he's just far away enough from you that you can't punch him, but you can't escape your chain. Your chain goes very far. Look at this! Ah! A whole line of bullets come at you. Ugh! Before he does the asteroid move, though, you can hit him with the laser, and that's the best time to do it, because he's right in center, you have plenty of time, he'll never get out of the way, and it's so helpful. Oh my lord. But when you don't have the energy for it, this is how the move actually goes. Here come the asteroids. Punch! 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 Punch these asteroids like your life depends on it! Alright, but he's only got 35 health left, so... chain! Come on, let's do one more series of punches! Pah! You're done, Peach Mountain Shoguns. That cannot be! Me? A big star? Lose like this? Ah! But Fernandez, don't think for a moment that you have won. As long as the instant stage beam remains in our control, I'm certain we'll one day turn Japan into a gorgeous stage. Shut up! Your evil plans will end as of now. And my name is not Fernandez. It's Goemon! Go get him, Impact! there! How does that feel? Look at how far he has flown through. Now he has really become a star in outer space. Okay, I'm headed home. Now Japan will be peaceful again. But Goemon, what shall we do with Kyushu still in outer space? Whoops! I forgot about that! Omitsu's still there! Ahoy! It looks like Kyushu over there! Yes, I see it too! I'd say that the time bomb set by Dancin happened to just take out the control device of that castle. Too good to be true. Oh, but first, we must go to pick up my old man in Omitsu. Oh yeah, you're right. Well, should we get going? Wait, what's that? Look there! Goemon! Look at all those cute girls! Well, of course! We're the heroes that saved Japan from the Peach Mountain. But why is this the first time they've been so happy? Well, it must have something to do with them finally noticing my good looks. Hey, everyone, just calm down! Everyone here wanting my autograph, start a line here! Don't you think these girls are acting kind of strange? What? Hey, you guys! What have you done to Dancin? The oh-so-beautiful song and dance of Dancin and Lily! We won't be able to see them! Thanks to you, you little... I can't believe this! So yeah, folks, that was Mystical Ninja starring Goemon for the Nintendo 64, a game I absolutely loved in my childhood, and it's still great. It's still really, really fun. I think the platforming is fantastic. I think the soundtrack is absolutely incredible. I think the graphics and stuff, like I loved like the facial animations of Goemon and whatnot, some of the boss designs you take on, the enemies you take on. There's a lot of cool stuff in this game. I think the one thing my critical lens would critique nowadays, now that I'm an adult and not a child, is that the game is too easy. I remember this game being way harder, even though I would play this game without turning off the N64 because I didn't have a controller pack at the time. I never really died that much. I never thought about it. I never really thought about the fact that I wasn't dying much, but I had so many hearts, so many extra lives, it's not like there was much chance of that after all. And yes, we just saw the actual in-game demo of Ibisamaru taking a picture of that girl, turning small, and then sliding underneath her skirt to take a look at her panties. Japan, you're fucked up. Konami, you're fucked up. So that happens. But I love this game, you know. It's a little too easy, but again, if you don't pick up the Fortune Cats, you can have 5 hearts and it'll be a little bit challenging. So there's still a way to make it more challenging. Just don't pick up all the health upgrades, that's all. I would say there are lots of abilities you get that don't really have enough payoff for them. Like Goemon's Super Saiyan form, right? We get that after the 3rd dungeon in the game. The 4th dungeon has an impact boss fight with this fishman right here. And then at the very end, we take on the UFO and Lily and Dancin in Goemon Impact. So we never actually have to use the Super Saiyan form on a boss. We never have to weigh the pros and cons of having double strength and taking half damage, because every enemy we fight along the way gets killed in like one hit anyway. So, kind of an unnecessary thing. The only reason you have the Super Saiyan form is to push metal boxes and stuff. So it's like, that wasn't really okay. You know, we introduced like lanterns into the second dungeon, and we need Flaming Rio in order to open up the first door. That's the only time we need to use Flaming Rio at all. And you'd think there would be more torch puzzles, more fire-based puzzles to interact with, and sometimes they don't utilize the abilities they get, you know? They don't utilize the skills you pick up along the way as much as they should. But you know, it's easy, and it's definitely a little weird in terms of how you use your abilities and stuff, but I still like it. I still like it a lot. It's still charming as hell. It still gives me lots of warm nostalgia whenever I come back to this game. And yeah, it makes me sad that the rest of the Mystical Ninja series didn't come to North America. And then that's not to say this game didn't get a sequel. Oh, this game did get a sequel, because another N64 game, Goemon's Great Adventure, came out after this one. And that's not what it's called in Europe. In Europe, it's called Mystical Ninja starring Goemon 2. So there was a sequel to this game that I've only played a little bit of, and that was like back in the day in like the 90s. It wasn't a full rental, and this game is expensive. Like if you try tracking down a copy on eBay or whatever, it's like 80 bucks, Canadian anyway. So I don't have a copy of the game, but maybe one day I'll finally get around to playing Goemon's Great Adventure and actually do a Let's Play on it. Maybe if I really like it. I don't know. I don't know if I'll like it. But I love this series, regardless. It's fantastic. I love Mystical Ninja, starring Goemon, and I wanted to share my love with all of you. So that's why I did this playthrough. This is my childhood, back when the N64 days, you know? So yeah, it's been fun coming back to this one. And if this has encouraged you to check out the Mystical Ninja series, even the Japanese games that we never got, maybe you're going to find the translated versions. There are translated versions of a lot of the Famicom and Super Famicom games. So check it out, because it's a fantastic series. Okay, so at the very end, we got all the fortune dolls. And that unlocks the consecutive fighting large boss mode, which we can access from the options menu. Now this is the screen you get for defeating that mode. I just wanted to cut to it because we're not actually going to play it. All it is you taking on the Goemon Impact boss fights one at a time. First we take on Kashiwagi, and then Taisamba 2, and then the UFO and Dancin and Lily, and then that's it. That's the whole mode. We don't take on the other bosses, just the Impact bosses. But you have to do it on one health bar, so that's the gauntlet of it. That's the challenge of it, that you have to take on all of these bosses one after another. But when you get it, you just get that congratulations screen, and then nothing else. So, you know, it wasn't worth showing off in an extra video. It's not that challenging, if you ask me. Just do what I was doing in this whole Let's Play, and you'll do it no problem. I didn't take that much damage from these bosses after all. I don't think it's, you know, Devil May Cry, Dark Palace, Hidden Palace, Demon Palace. What's that mode where you have, like, endless rooms? I don't know. Either way, Mystical Ninja, folks. I love it. It's fantastic. Love this series. And thanks for watching. Thanks for enjoying this with me. And I'm going to get to work on Final Fantasy 13 too now, finally. Until then, I am the Great Clement. It's been fun. Toodles.